Catalaris has been doing, put his life into it, this guy.
Okay, I've been involved in the study of cannabis for more than a decade. On many occasions over the years in the print, media, on the radio, the television, I've argued that cannabis doesn't cause psychosis. But on this point, I've actually been quite incorrect. Cannabis definitely does cause a psychosis in many people, and to deny this fact is to seriously misunderstand the problem posed by cannabis in our society. Now let's look at the evidence. Making laws that lead to the arrest and imprisonment of many thousands of people each year, solely on the basis of which drug they use, is psychotic behaviour. The fact that these actions are justified on the basis of spurious or exaggerated health risk compounds the problem. Flying helicopters over people's houses to frighten them and to intimidate them and their children is psychotic behaviour, as is spending over $500 million each year to prop up a system which aims to reduce or states to reduce drug consumption, but instead has established a massive pyramid selling system with phenomenally large tax-free profits going to organised crime and their corrupt police and political minders.
With the occasional section of the ABC and the SBS, developments around the world are simply not reported in this country. In a study they do to modern cannabis therapeutics, ear fibre of the hemp stalk mixed with natural lime, a municipal council could be better spent improving the quality of life for all of us. And still others will argue the civil liberty line that says unreasonable suppression of any group is a suppression of the whole group. Yeah, the only thing that I ask you is that you don't do nothing. It doesn't matter what you do, just do it.
Happy Mardi Grass again. There's so many reasons why we should change the drug laws that you can make a really long speech about it. I'm not going to make a long speech. But it gets to the stage after 10 Mardi Grasses we're up to now. It's all been said before, the arguments are so obvious. But what it all comes down to, why we bother to do this every year, obviously it's a lot of fun. It's clearly a big part of it. We have a bit of an ironic joke of ourselves. Everyone has a good time, but it's a serious point about just how serious these drug laws are. We here are in an act of civil disobedience, breaking the law that gets broken every day of the week, in every town and suburb of this state. It has been for years. And I say, we have a right to smoke pot. That's not what the law says, but what the law says and what our rights should be is sometimes a fair game. And what we're trying to do is to bridge that gap. As it happens, this weekend, the cops are turning a bit of a blind eye, yeah? How many people here have got pot in their pocket? How many people have had a smoke? You'll be right. Talking to a brother this morning, he said he got busted last night. Busted at Mardi Grass, how unlucky, eh? For 10 grams, I think. And let's call him Andrew. Why not? That's his real name. This is really happening. For all the fun and games, for all the colour, this is the real world. Andrew's been searched 4 times this month, he tells me. Got to go to court twice, a couple of times had nothing on him. Now he's got to go to court twice in a month. He'll get fined again. He might go back to jail again. The law is the law for everybody, but the police don't use it that way. They don't search all of us every day. Jesus, aren't you glad about that? But they do search some people pretty damn regularly, and they do use that power against the people they want to use that power against. I didn't come here today to bag the cops, but I did come here today to talk about why we need to change the drug laws. If you give the police power, some police will abuse that power. Rule 1 about criminal justice laws. The more power you give the police, the more abuse there'll be. What we really need is fewer laws around drugs. We can show, and that's what Mardi Grass is kind of trying to say in our warped way, that we can be responsible about using cannabis. Mardi Grass is a happy, safe weekend. Good time is had by all. A few headaches, nothing too serious. A few people chilling out. You've got to be a bit careful. But we know what that message is, and the politicians know what that message is. What they need is the guts to implement, for example, the report that says that they wrote 2 years ago that unanimously said that people who are suffering from cancer and living with AIDS should be able to use pot without getting busted. Well, you wouldn't think that was too much, would you? You wouldn't think that it'd take too much guts to put a law in place that allowed people who are dying to use a substance, a medicine, that would make their lives a bit better, a bit less painful. Well, it's taken this government 2 years to think about the expert report that took 9 months to write, that unanimously recommended that should have been done immediately. There's so much work to be done. We need to come back next year, I'm afraid, comrades. This war is going on against us, and we need to continue to resist. And we need to continue to work politically to change the nonsense that is prohibition into a legal system that works for the people in a democratic and safe and peaceful way. Pot for peace is the message, and peace for pot.
Happy Mardi Grass! Wonderful success, eh?
Oh, excellent.
Now we should be out of